Western.
Yeah, I wouldn't be upset with that.
Yes,
Not by any means.
value.
The other guy is Kwity Paye that I would have taken. Those are the two.
These are guys that you don't necessarily need to get now either. Like, that's why I think there's a lot of trading. Like, the values of people right now are all over the place, and that might be part to do with the season that was.
You're absolutely right. And we're going into some unknown territory. We're going to have the preseason, a couple preseason games. They're adding a 17th game. They're going to continue with the 7 playoff teams on each side. And we have to take a very quick break. When we get back, we're going to do picks 12 through 16, and we're going to finish out the show. So hang tight. We'll be back in less than a minute. You're listening to Dan D'Antoni Sports. And welcome back to the second half of our show, where we do our Dan D'Antoni Sports 2021 NFL mock draft, or whatever it is that I happen to decide to call it as I'm making the picks, because it hasn't been consistent. But we are going to just quickly recap picks 1 through 11, and then continue on pick 12 through 16. So in order, we got Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Mac Jones, Kyle Pitts, Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Penei Sewell, Justin Fields, Patrick Surtain, and Rashawn Slater, which we've seen a run of 3 quarterbacks. We've seen a run of 3 wide receivers. Now we're going to see a run of 3 NFC East teams. Tony, the Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock, and as much as I want it to happen, just don't sabotage them, because they just do a great job of doing that themselves.
That's fine. I don't think I'm going to sabotage them. I think this is obviously one of the teams I did the least research on, because it's the Eagles. My search history doesn't need to start reflecting that.
So naturally, they're taking Zoltan Mesko, retired punter.
Perfect. Grab him. Who is he?
Retired punter from the Colts.
For all I care. No, I think that they're going to probably, if they don't trade this pick, again, a lot of this is don't trade this pick. I think they're going to go with a cornerback, because they desperately need one. They're going to probably ride with Hurst. If they got one of the receivers to fall to them, they would have allowed it. But I think that they're either going to go with a cornerback, either Caleb Farley out of Virginia Tech, or J.C. Horn would be the one that I would choose out of South Carolina.
All right, so
you
we
need a defense.
Yeah, they need defense. So are we pulling the plug on or not pulling the plug? Are we putting in the card for J.C. Horn?
Yes.
Okay. With the 12th pick in the 2021 Dan D'Antoni Sports NFL mock draft. Now I'm trying to change it up as much as possible. The Philadelphia Eagles select J.C. Horn, corner out of South Carolina. That puts Dan Beatty with the Chargers on the clock.
I think they definitely would want to add in another wide receiver. Saying Elijah Moore, Ole Miss.
Ooh, Elijah Moore is really good. So I think that would be a pretty damn good pick for the Chargers. So with the 13th overall pick in the 2021 Dan D'Antoni Sports Mock NFL Draft, the Chargers select wide receiver Elijah Moore. Just a second. From Ole Miss. And that puts Dan O'Shea with the Minnesota Vikings on the clock.
All right.
I just want to say, Dan, this is a very tough one because they need everything but need nothing all at the same time.
Yeah, it's funny. They need some help, and it's hard to say exactly where. I think they could upgrade at a whole lot of positions, but they're also at the same time not in desperate need in that many positions. I think their biggest needs are in the trenches on both sides. I think they need O-line and they need D-line. And I think in this position with Darrisaw on the board, I don't think they could stop themselves from going for him. I think if he were off the board, they'd probably go with someone like Jalen Phillips or Elijah Vera-Tucker. But with Darrisaw still on our board, the Minnesota Vikings will put their card in for him, offensive tackle.
Say the name. Make it official.
Christian Darrisaw.
All right. And that brings us to my number 15 pick, the New England Patriots. All right. They have a lot of needs. Running back. They need offensive line. They need defensive line. They need help at cornerback. So Najee Harris is still on the board. Travis Etienne is still on the board. Kwity Paye is still there. Caleb Farley is still there. But with the 15th pick in the 2021 NFL Dan D'Antoni Sports Mock Draft, the New England Patriots select Trey Lance, quarterback, North Dakota State.
Okay. Oh, I hate it because I'm scared of it.
Many mock drafts have the Patriots trading. I've looked at 20 today, and 12 at least have the Patriots trading in to pick 4 to get Mac Jones.
That's not what they do. Anyone that's mocking that, it just is silly. They're gonna see who falls to them, and they're gonna go with whichever one they like.
They're gonna take. Yep.
There's several solid choices where they are at QB or otherwise. If they, assuming
Justin Fields can be deadly, but you got to get. It's like right now in our mock draft, he has not been taken, and I have Arizona, so it's
Justin Fields
not going to happen in our mock draft.
No, the Broncos took Justin Fields.
Oh, you guys. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, the Patriots draft Justin Fields.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah. Although it's scary. I'll give you that. I mean, he could be a monster. You never know.
Yeah. So the mocks I've seen have the Patriots trading in to pick number 4 with the Falcons. Honestly, I think, and I know I'm going a little off cuff, not that it would definitely happen, but I think a move that makes sense would be for the Saints to trade into pick number 4 to draft Kyle Pitts. I feel like he works best in the Saints system.
Yeah, that's probably pretty accurate.
They can use him in the backfield. They can use him in the slot. They can use him as a tight end, which he won't be able to do with a lot of teams. The Saints are a team that they have a Swiss Army knife that plays tight end, wide receiver, quarterback, running back, whatever you want him to play in Taysom Hill, and they could really benefit from a guy like Kyle Pitts. That's what I think makes the most sense for the Falcons to do, because the Saints don't need too much. He improves their big playability, and they're only going to be giving up this year's first-round pick in a trade and probably next year's first-round pick. But I don't think they're going to be giving up too terribly much to move to 4. Unrelated to what we're talking about tonight, though. Which brings us to our 16th and final pick, which, Tony, gives you the Arizona Cardinals. A lot of different routes that they could go. What are you thinking for the Cardinals?
Good question. The Cardinals, right now, if I was the Cardinals, offense I'm not really worried too much about right at the moment. I mean, later rounds I might try and see if I can't sneak something out and get myself an ETN or something, but I'd go to the best player available right now, and they need to, if they're going to build their offense, they got to build their defense. I'd go with Micah Parsons out of Penn State.
When I did a thinking about this earlier, because I didn't know what number you guys were going to pick, the two people that I had that realistically the Cardinals could draft were going to be Micah Parsons or Travis Etienne, so you nailed both of them.
Yeah, ETN I'd try and sneak in if I can get back in the first round, maybe late second or early second. But right now I'd just take Micah. He's available there at that position. You want to get a leader on offense and defense, and they could do that if Kyler can remain what he is. I mean, he's pretty good, not to mention he's got an awesome wide receiver, so offense isn't exactly what you're hurting for. I mean, you need a running back, but it's not a ton of them around.
Well, I feel like in the next few picks, a running back is going to be gone. I think we're looking at 16 for the Cardinals. 17 Raiders are set at running back with Josh Jacobs. Dolphins, I guarantee, with their second first-round pick, if they stay, they're taking Harris or Etienne, and then the Jets will probably consider taking a running back. The Steelers will definitely take a running back. So there's, in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the next 8 picks, there are 3 running back needed teams.
There's a lot. There's a good number of running backs coming up because I know Buffalo could use one. I mean, Singletary and Moss are a nice 1-2 combination, but they're never going to be what the Giants had in Jacobs. And why am I drawing the blank? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know, but the Giants just lost Wayne Gallman today.
Really?
Yep. I don't remember who he signed with, but he's gone. Which is a shame, because if Saquon Barkley needs a change of pace back, he was lighting it up. He was doing really well. So I feel like letting him go is kind of a stupid move.
Yeah, it wasn't smart.
I think he went to the Niners.
Yes, you're right. It was the Niners, yeah.
Can we appreciate one thing that happened? And I know you guys probably don't care, but the power of fans to just tell a entire sports league, you can go fuck off with your idea with this elite soccer league they tried to form.
Yeah. Yep.
Within 2 days, the fans were like, nope, absolutely not. You fucking pull out of this. And everybody was like, yeah, you know what? We shouldn't do this.
Yep. Yeah. So that is good. All right. Let me just do a quick recap and then a couple quick things, and then we will call it a night. So, pick number 1, Jeff.